It's July here in Texas, and that means grasshopper season. So how do we deal with that? Well, there's a number of ways, but I think the most important one is often overlooked, and let's talk about that. So here's a little pepper plant, a little bell pepper plant. It's been hit pretty hard by grasshoppers. It's starting to come back, but it's probably not going to make it. But over here next to it is another pepper plant, identical to it. It's almost untouched, not totally. It's gotten nibbled a little bit, but as you can see, it is largely untouched, and it's about 3 feet away. So what's the difference? So you can see in the middle there, my path, I just kind of ran out of mulch to cover that cardboard walk. But right there is the border of where last year's garden was. And so I expanded over here this year. So this is all new soil that just hasn't been amended as much. So it's simply a matter of soil health. Now we're taught, at least I was taught when I was young, basically that plants eat nutrients from the dirt. They don't eat the dirt itself, but they eat the nutrients, and you know, that's it. But it's not that simple. It's that plants actually depend on the soil microbiology to make those nutrients available. And so what I've been doing on all the other garden, I've been amending the soil as per Steve Solomon's recommendations in his book, and also I sheet compost. Got a little spot probably right here. If we dig in, let's see what we find. Well, probably not much. It looks like it's already been eaten. The soil has pretty much taken care of its soil life. So basically, I just come along, I pull the mulch back, I spread whatever the compost scraps we have, and the soil digests it. And that leads to healthy soil, which leads to healthy plants. And that high brix level is what protects the plants. Grasshoppers, they'll hardly touch it. So obviously that's a long-term strategy. It takes at least a year to kind of get that underway. And you know, just start now for next year. But using a broad spectrum insecticide, you're going to regret that if you do it, because you're killing soil life and you're kind of on a treadmill. You just have to do it over and over and over again. And you see I've got a ton of weeds here. It's not totally embarrassing. I do need to clean that up, obviously, but also diversity really helps. More plants, more variety, and that's good for soil life and ultimately good for plant health. So that's what you got to do.